What's up YouTube, this is MrKingliam, and today, as you can see, I'm bringing to you the brand new Yugioh Legendary Decks 2 box. Now what this contains, I can just move it around very gently. It contains a Yugi / Exodia deck featuring new support for Exodia, and also contains some new cards, but I'll get to them in a minute. Also, you get, with each deck you get tokens, so with this one you got Yugi and Dark Magician. You've got the Kaiba deck, which has pretty much every Blue Eyes support card you need. The only one that isn't in this, sadly, is Sage with Eyes of Blue. But I suppose Konami won't reprint everything. But they have reprinted all of the Red Eyes support, which is really nice. So yeah, you get pretty much the whole Red Eyes deck. That's good timing actually, because next month they bring out even more Red Eyes support. And also you also get 3 Egyptian God cards. And for me, I mentioned a while back that these were listed as common. Luckily, they're now ultra rare, so that's good. And then you've got the 3 variant cards. You've got Dark. So you have, I'm just trying to read it correct. Dark Burning Magic, Dark Burning Attack, and Eternal Soul. And to be honest, I kind of needed these 2 cards. That one for the Dark Magician Spellbook deck to make them real life, as you would have seen from the deck profile a couple of days ago. And of course Eternal Soul for all that Dark Magician support. So let's get this open and see what else we get in these decks. There's quite a few other good reprints in there in some of these decks, but I'll get to that in a second. But I should actually mention that the box itself is quite nice. I've still got the 2 boxes from last year, and yeah, I'd say this one is definitely a nice one as well. So anyway, here's the promo pack. Let's just get that open first. So we have Dark Burning Attack, then we have Dark Burning Magic, and of course Eternal Soul. So yes, definitely 3 very good Dark Magician cards, but like I said, I needed these 2 more than anything else. So we're going to put those, 1 second, we're going to put that in there. There we go. So we're going to put the promos up here. So we're going to start off, and we might as well start with Yugi's deck. And straight away, we see right at the front, an ultra rare legal Slife of the Sky Dragon. And yeah, to be honest, I think when I look back at all the rarities, I think ultra rare is probably my favourite out of the rarities you can get, because there's just something about ultra rares which I kind of like. I just need to grab something from the other side of the room. That might make it a little bit easier to deal with this, because obviously I don't want to damage anything, but at the same time it's not the easiest thing. In fact, you know what, I'm actually going to cut the camera. I'll be back in a minute. So I figured since I was going to open the Yugi deck off camera, I might as well open the other ones. So I've opened all of the decks, and actually at the back of the I've now realised at the back of each deck there is actually the token. So first off, here's Yugi's. There's the Yugi token. That does look quite nice. But anyway, now for the deck itself. We have Slife of the Sky Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor, and Winged Dragon of Ra. That's immediately some of the value back, but I don't have the legal gods in ultra rare, so I'll probably be keeping these. Also, I've just noticed these are actually limited edition, so we'll put those in there. But now for the rest of Yugi's deck. So first off, we have the legendary Exodia Incarnate. New support for Exodia. I have to admit I haven't looked too much in this card, but apparently I've heard Japan had this for a year before we got this, so interesting to see new Exodia port. Ties of the Brethren, I believe this was featured in, I think it was season 5 of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Yugi used it, as in little one. Then we have an Exodia Trap card, and then you get all the Exodia pieces in common, and you get Exodia Necros. Right, and then you have Dark Magician, Original Art, Dark Magician Girl, Buster Blader, Silent Magician level 8, Silent Magician level 4, the Tricky, Big Shield Gardener, Magician's Valkyrie, Blast Magician. Oh, okay, I don't actually recognise that card, sorry. Blockman, Marshmallow, Zangin, I think that's Rodod. Then we have Gold Sarcophagus, always a nice staple to get, Magical Dimension. I'm just going to flick through a couple. Contract with Exodia to summon Exodia Necros, Messenger of Peace. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Now this is arguably one of the, well, sorry, this isn't arguably, this is one of the best reprints in the set, because this was definitely needing a reprint. I believe in the States it was a $20 to $30 card, so probably for the UK probably about £25, something like that, somewhere in the middle. For some reason Yu-Gi-Oh cards sometimes are more expensive over here than in the States. Not sure why. But yes, it's nice to have a reprint on this, and definitely one that was needed. Then you got some of the others, Potter's Mirror Force, and of course there's Yugi's token at the side. So, interesting support for Yugi's deck. I'm not sure if I'll build an Exodia deck, but never say never. I'm gonna do Joey's next, and just before I get to it, here's the token. I do actually really like the Joey token. That looks quite nice. So here is Joey's deck, and straight away we have another one of the great reprints in this, the Blackstone of Legend Ultra. Now I know this for a fact. This was about a £25–30 card for the Secret Rare over in the UK. I know, because I actually bought 3 of them, believe it or not. Whew, that was expensive. Then we have Return of the Red, and Red Eyes, Flare Metal Dragon. Definitely no harm in getting that. So then we have Common Red Eyes. I just wish they'd gone with the original artwork. That's a little bit nagging, but it would have fit the theme, I think. And then you get all the other Red Eyes support cards, like I mentioned earlier. Black Flare Dragon, Archfiend of Lightning, Retro Dragon, Metal Dragon. And then some of Joey's cards, Jinzo, Rocky Roy, Blue Flame Swordsman, Gemini Summoner. Don't recognise that one after a bit. Then you got Inferno Fireblast, Red Eyes Fusion, cards of the Redstone. I actually needed one of these because I was one short, so that's good for me. Salamandra, Scapegoat, Foolish Burial, Mystical Space Typhoon, Call the Haunted, Torrential Tribute. Oh, Curse of Anubis is in there. That's odd. Oh, you get the fusion as well. I didn't know that. Archfiend, Black Skull Dragon, and Alligator Sword Dragon. So yeah, that's the Joey's deck is virtually all the Red Eyes cards you need, which is good because, like I said, there is a new fusion coming out next month, and that fusion is really powerful. But now, we finally get to the Blue Eyes deck. So first off, you get an Ultra Sage Advisor Blue, the Melody of Awakening Dragons. That's definitely a good card to get Ultra, and a Ultra. I nearly said Ultimate because it is Ultimate. It is the Ultimate Dragon. It's the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Sorry, had to. I don't have this in Ultra, and yes, I've only got 1 secret, so that's nice. And of course, you're getting 3 different artworks of Blue Eyes White Dragon. You're getting original. You're getting the second version, which I think I've only got 1 of these, so that's nice. And then of course you've got the most common these days, which is the tablet. Then you've got Dragon Spirit of White, Kaiba Man, White Stone of Legend, White Stone of Ancients, Protector Advisor Blue, Master Advisor Blue, and a couple of other support cards as well. Oh, King of the Swamps in here. I didn't know that. Okay, that might come in handy. Raider, the Stormwind. Then you've got Burstring Destruction, Beacon of White, Mausoleum of White, Polymerization, obviously. Enemy Controller, Silent Doom, Trade-In, Pot of Dichotomy as well, Fusion Substitute. Then you got some of the generic trap cards that can't be used. You also get a Azure Eye Silver Dragon in here, along with a First of the Dragons, and then you get the Kaiba token, which also does look very nice. So yes, this is definitely a very nostalgic set. I like the fact that there's new support for Exodia. I bet yeah, we haven't actually seen any new Exodia support in. Just trying to think. I think the last time we saw Exodia support was the GX era, with Exodia the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. I think that's correct. Yeah, sounds right. So this is the first new Exodia support in what? Nearly 10 years now? Yeah, that sounds about right. Jeez, it's been a long time. So anyway, just a quick review. So what would I say is the best deck? I would say overall the best deck is probably going to have to be I'd say apart from Sage with Eyes of Blue, it is probably going to be the Blue Eyes deck profile, because you're getting pretty much everything you need. You've got a Maiden, you've got an Ultimate Dragon, you've got a Azure Eye Silver Dragon, you've got the White Stone of Ancients and the White Stone of Legend, and of course you're getting 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. The Red Eyes, yeah, the only thing that hurts it, of course, is not having Sage in it. I would say Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, but so I would say Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, but they've already got a reprint in the Megaton, so that shouldn't be too expensive. Red Eyes deck, pretty much everything you need. If you pick up 3 of these, you've pretty much got a Red Eyes deck ready to go, which is nice. And the new Exodia support, which could be an interesting test. But I'd say the best deck is probably, well, the most meta is probably the Blue Eyes. Promos are good. Obviously 3 legal Ultimate Rare Egyptian Gold cards that will hold up its value. And also the Dark Magician promos as well. Because like I said, Eternal Soul is probably going to be one of the more sought after cards from this set. And like I said, I also needed Dark Burning Attack. So, now for the big question. Is this Legendary Collection better? Is this Legendary Decks better than last year's? Well, last year's I'd say was more focused on nostalgia, making reprinting the 3 decks used by Yugimoto. It had, I believe it was Catapult Turtle, Dark Illusion, something like that. Yeah, I think it definitely did have Catapult Turtle though. But yeah, the promos were also the gold cards again, but this time they were the promos. So I'd say, considering what we get this year, I'd say this Legendary Decks is probably better than last year's, because like I said, the decks are definitely a lot more usable. They're more meta, and also you get some really good Dark Magician support, the legal gold cards, and of course the tokens. So overall, yes, I'd say this year's Legendary Decks was better than last year's, but as Cyberknight8610 actually stated on his channel, if there is a Legendary Decks 3, he'd like to see either a Villains one or maybe one for GX. Actually, I'd quite like the idea of GX, to be honest. But if they did make a Villains one, maybe some of the Toon cards, because Toon Kingdom's still an expensive card to get, and maybe some of the Gravekeepers from Eric. I don't know. That's just a theory. Well, I guess. So anyway, so that's me rambling on a bit. So there was the Legendary Decks 2 opening. Definitely enjoyed this opening. And yeah, stay tuned for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related openings, or even duel videos or deck profiles. If you like this video, make sure to like this video and also subscribe to my channel to know when my newest content is coming out. I hope you've enjoyed, and this is MrKingliam signing out.